We've been trying for an hour and a half to get a hitch.
So I was resupplying in Lone Pine, and the market there is like incredibly pricey. Like things are way more expensive than they need to be, and it's only the hiker things. Like things normal people, like the residents, would buy were like decent-ish prices for it being a small town, but everything hiker related was like ridiculously expensive, and I was like, I don't want to do that. I'm not gonna pay $3 for like a thing of tuna. Heck no. So I, you know, like the McDonald's challenge a while back, I kind of like got a little idea from that. I was like, look, cheeseburger is $1, and it's a great source of calories, protein, and fats. So I did a partial resupply off of McDonald's cheeseburgers, and I just flattened them up. You can see like that, so they fit better in my bear canister. But shoot, yeah, I got 7 cheeseburgers in my backpack. They're actually not that bad. I mean, they're just like hot and cold, it's whatever. And it's scientifically proven that they don't go bad, so I'm not worried about them going bad at all. So I got into Lone Pine on Saturday, and there we had to pick up some packages from the post office, resupply by bear cans, ice axes, all that kind of good stuff. We were also waiting out the snow as well as waiting on some friends. When we got in there, Kearsarge Pass, the snow reports we've been hearing is it's doable, but it's not fun. It's a lot of post holing, and it's just not what you want to do. And so we were like, yeah, we'll wait it out. That sounds like the perfect plan. You know, we have some friends catching up. Post office doesn't open up till Tuesday because of Memorial Day. So we're like, yeah, you know, we'll just hang out. It'll be a good time. So all we did, stayed at the campground most of the time. And then during the day, we'd go to the motel pool. And then we'd go to McDonald's, motel pool, campground. And, oh yeah, and we went to the Outfitter like literally once a day. I don't know why, but we did. Yeah, we're like BFFs now. So I ended up staying in Lone Pine till the next Friday, which is 6 full days. And I had some mix up with some gear, and so we got that all sorted out and left. I definitely think I've gained weight since then because all I did was eat McDonald's instead of the pool, and I kept up my hiker diet of eat nonstop. But it works out well because like my pack was about to not fit me, and I was a little scared about that. So going into the Sierra, where apparently everybody loses a ton of weight, it's a good thing.
I'm going for a sunrise summit at Whitney. Been up since 2. Kind of worried I won't make it in time, but I've been able to hold about 3 miles an hour for most of the time. So there's snow along this. It's not too bad yet, but still got a bit to go.
That was easy.
Come on, look at that drop.
So I was going for a sunrise summit, didn't quite make it. I saw the sunrise through several ridges, but didn't make it from the top, but I did see all the colors from the top. So all these like snow-capped peaks were just orange and pink, and you could see the colors all around this whole area. It was absolutely gorgeous.
Walked past all of this in the dark this morning, so it's so nice to be able to come back the same way we came. So you can see during the day, there's the lake, we're going swimming.
So a 0 day is basically a day where you make no northern progress on the trail. And so we did Whitney today. That's all we're doing because it's like 14, 15 miles, something like that round trip. But it's still considered a 0 day. And so, including this, I've taken 17 zeros. Oops.
Completely missed this, and I've been here for 2 days climbing Mount Whitney. We're just sitting here watching the show, everybody trying to cross this creek. It's amazing. So that's kind of sort of how we crossed. I mean, not look like that, but that's kind of how we crossed. These folks just threw their shoes across the river, and they landed in the trees, and it's really funny, and they're fording across. Those people are pretty normal. This is pretty, isn't it? Look at that. Yo, that creek is swift. That looks like it's hike your own hike though. Like hiking, you gotta do what you want to do. The way you do it is the best way to do it for you. Okay? Hike your own hike. Hike your own hike?
Hike your own hike.
For you. This is great. This is so pretty. We're still going. It actually does look kind of sketchy. It really is sketchy where they are, honestly. It really is. Oh, she's laughing, not crying. That's good. I wasn't completely sure. Look at that. Oh, look. More people. Oh, I know that guy. I don't remember his name, but I know him.
Come here. Yeah, man. Man, you put your foot back down. It was so clean. Look at that. Like, right?
We picked a great campsite because we can watch them cross the river from here, and it's still pretty.
Woohoo! Good morning, sunshines. Sunrise is coming. Colors are coming. Look, it's the moon. Woohoo! I'm really pumped up because I just had a lot of caffeine, but I ripped my tent this morning just in mesh. It's not a big deal. I can sew it up. And I was thinking, you know, you return to REI. It's not a big deal. I was like, wait. I can return it, not because of the hole, but because it's heavy and I can get a lighter weight tent. So I think I'm gonna go do that. I'm so excited, guys. I'm about to drop weight.
Mom, and look at the sky. Do you see them tiger stripes? Ooh, ooh, buddy. Sun coming up. Here comes the mighty Lush coming towards us, and the Sierra. Only 20 more steps and she would be here, ready to attack. She's ready for her next victim. It's me. Oh no, I'm scared. I'm running. Oh, I'm so scared. Woo! And right here was like, man, my water's so cold. Why is it so cold?
Oh!
I have no idea. Going up Forester, going right through that little crevice. I don't know if you see that. There's a person up in there. Going up here. Over with. Holy crap.
I'm so glad I wasn't alone doing that.
Anytime, brother.
I think we're gonna go down, but how are you? Are you the down way? The Toboggan Express? Or yeah, we were considering. I don't know.
Ask us how we feel after glissading down. It's the funnest crap I've ever done, yo. This is the best. Woo!
That's my fault.
The burning thing.
Today has been my favorite day on trail so far. This is the most incredible experience of my life. This is awesome. This is so fun. I have got to get into mountaineering. 110% have got to. Hiking Kearsarge Pass back to Bishop. It's 9 miles. Some told us it was 7.5 and that the map is wrong, but I'm just mentally preparing myself for 9.
That with us for 2 weeks. Exactly.
Yo, my jaw just dropped. Dang, son. Yo, my jaw just dropped again. This is amazing.
Now I gotta go back to Sebastian's lab.
Well, I'm going now.
Yeah.
I just want to go to...
Okay, so Lost Boy dropped his phone in the creek. We had to go to Reno to get it replaced because that's the nearest Apple store. So we're currently in a hotel, the cheapest one we could find, and it's at a casino. And I am mind blown right now. Hiker Trash has arrived. We have arrived. We are here. Kevin doesn't care, but it's fine. We call him weight gain. Look at old buddy on the trail. He's coming for a hike up Kearsarge. Excuse me, sir, do you have a thru hike permit? No? I'm gonna have to ask you to leave, sir. I mean, ma'am. Ma'am. Sorry about that, folks. What are you doing? I didn't pee on that.
Sure.
Oh, sure. It's not yellow. Coming down from Glen Pass is pretty snowy, not bad. There's just like one sketchy spot, not bad at all. And now we're coming up on this lake. So I think this is Ray Lakes. It's either that or it's not labeled. Look at that island. This is so pretty. Oh my gosh. Holy cow, Patties! Would you just look at it? Look at the island. Y'all see that island? Oh, look, protein smoothie. Island, protein, island. Woo! Let's see if he pulls this off without getting his feet wet.
I don't think so because that's...
Oh, a little bit of a stretch. Let's talk about it.
So confident though.
Oh. Oh.
That's fine.
Okay. Look at him. He's struggling.
You're such a ninja.
Where are we taking off our shoes? And it was at that moment he realized he messed up. Needles.
I just followed that rock line.
So I was walking up above this crystal clear, beautiful reflective lake, and I got the overwhelming urge to get in my birthday suit. So I did, and it was amazing.
So what's really cool about the Sierra is your decisions aren't necessarily made by you. It's made by nature and the snow and the rivers and all of that and the elevation. That's what controls your decisions. In the desert, you know, like once we figured it out, we had that thing to a science. You wake up between 1:30 in the morning and 3 a.m. and you get 20 miles done before 10 a.m. It's hot, you just chill out. And then you go do like 5 to 10 more miles after the heat of the day. We figured that out. We got cocky. I'm gonna be honest with you. Our egos were a little high. So it's nice to be in the Sierra to bring us back down a little bit, because this is full of new challenges, and I've been excited for these new challenges, like the altitude, river crossings, passes, summits, everything like that. I've just been really pumped up. And it's really cool that with these new challenges, you get to see your group evolve even more and all the people around you. So, you know, we've always looked out for each other all the time. If you need anything, we got you. We'll always wait, you know, things like that. But here in the Sierra, where it's really important, it's nice because, you know, you'll have someone waiting for you at a river crossing, or you wait for them and you make sure that they get across safely. And then if there's, you know, a sketchy part of a pass, you wait right after it just to make sure, you know, we're all doing okay. We look out for each other. It's great. It's amazing. It really restores your faith in humanity. I was going up Forester, and there was this chick in front of me, and like you could tell she was way out of her comfort zone. Her gear wasn't what it needed to be, and she was having like a full-on panic attack, and she was crying. And I was like, man, I've been in that boat before. And so I honestly probably did this the wrong way. Sorry. But hang on, I'm crossing a small little creek. Okay. Wait. Okay, we're good. Like, for me, it works to be kind of like yelled at a little bit and be like, you can do this. Like, okay, yeah, you got this. But then like, did you really just walk all the way from Mexico to chicken out on this and be scared? No, you were tougher than that. And so I kind of did that to her. And I don't know if it worked or not, because she was still crying even after I talked to her. And I do feel a little bit bad about that. But I saw her on the other side and I was like, heck yeah, girl, you did this with like no spikes and no axe. I was like, holy crap. This wasn't so dangerous down at the bottom. I would totally be sliding down that little puppy. So it's been really cool to see my own personal comfort zone expanding rapidly. No pun intended. But like, river crossings have never been my strong suit because my balance really sucks. But out here it's like, there's no option but to cross the river. And no one can do it for you. You have to do it yourself. And so, like, normally like the fear of like, oh, I might not make it, and if like the stakes are really high. But it's like, let me just put it this way. It's like, if it was on the ground, completely flat underneath me, no fall, totally could handle it. But the fact that, you know, the stakes are falling 10 feet and like ending up in a nasty, rapidy waterfall river freaks me out. But it's been really cool to see myself like rocking those things. I'm not always rocking them, but it's really cool that things that once I'd be like, I can't do it, and I'd like freak out over. It's like, walks right into it. crushes it. Another thing on my comfort zone, it's like I've never done like snowy mountain passes before, never used an ice axe, and going up Whitney was my first time like using an ice axe, and it wasn't bad, and went up in the dark, and so like, sorry, I was like, okay, I'm okay with this level of risk on this switchback because it's only like a 5-foot drop. And I was like, I'm okay with that. And then I looked down and I was like, that's a lot farther than 5 feet. It's like 500 feet. It's like, if I'm okay with that level of risk at 5 feet, I should be okay with it at 500. Treat it the same. And ever since that day, I was like, I can do this. So I've just been treating things as if it was 5 feet underneath me, because if it was only 5 feet, or like a river crossing, like only a foot, I would rock it. So it's been crazy cool in my comfort zone, just like blowing up on me, because like the girl who's crossing these rivers and doing these snowy mountain passes is not the girl that walked into the Sierra. It's a totally different girl, and I like this girl better. So we were all talking about Forster Pass, and I was saying how it was like 100% in my comfort zone, even though it shouldn't have been. And I was like, I kind of wish it was more outside my comfort zone. And my friend Lost Boy was like, oh, we can make that happen. Which kind of freaks me out, but it's a good thing, because up front I let my friends know. I was like, hey, peer pressure works great on me. I like being pushed outside my comfort zone, even though I'll tell you I don't want to be pushed. I do want to be pushed. And they're like, oh, we already knew that. And I'm like, huh, that's good. So shout out to friends who push you too hard because they're your friends, and that's what friends do, is force you to do things you don't want to do. Peer pressure for the win.
First night in the new tent. I really downsized, guys. Pound 7 ounces versus like over 3 pounds. This is my bear can. Got at a bachelor party because I was at a pool all day, and they just showed up at the pool and we were there, and then they were like, oh, we don't need our bear can, we just got done backpacking, we're not going to use it, as long as you mail it back you can borrow it. And I was like, yes. So have a borrowed bear can, shout out to y'all if you're watching, that I got from a bachelor party, which is the first bachelor party and probably the last I've ever been to. First night in the new tent. Kind of small, but it just cut my tent weight by like 66%, so I'm not mad yet.
Woke up a few times in the middle of the night and I was like, wow, I really slid to the side of my tent. Realized where I was and I was like, new tent. So if I felt like pulling out gut hooks, I could tell you exactly what pass we're going over. I'm assuming it's just like that in front of us. Could be wrong. Could go to the left over there. Not sure. But either way, it's like 12,000 something feet. But there's not a lot of snow, which means you actually have to walk. Ugh, I hate walking. Ugh, golly. See, I prefer my passes to be snow covered, because that way, instead of having to do the switchbacks, you can just go straight up on the sheet of ice using your spikes and your axe, and then coming down, hopefully, you can just glissade, which is much faster, easier, and freaking way more fun. And then you get to use your favorite new toy, your ice axe, and it's a good time, you know? So yesterday, I asked a weekend backpacker, or just like a section hiker, I was like, what day is it? Because I had no clue. Broke my watch, so, you know, no watch on the wrist, can't tell. And he's like, day 4. And I was like, I meant day of the week, but okay. So today is day 5, and I don't know where I was going with that. So it looks like the pass is over there, which means I can't go like straight up. I have to go across. Isn't that really pretty? That's like gorgeous.
This
is my boy Peter from South Africa. I haven't seen him in forever, and he just showed up at the river. What are you doing, buddy? What?
The tail was up there, and I didn't bother to look at catch up to think.
So Seabass is being a typical European, eating his Nutella while saying, man, you Americans always chicken out of cowboy camping.
Well, they do. Just did set up the tent.
Oh, there's mosquitoes.
What mosquitoes? There are no mosquitoes up here.
He's European.
Like
I mean,
getting to you.
he's European. It's the Nutella. It's just like, can't do peanut butter, but Nutella, he's just like cracked out on it.
It's the worst.
So got this protein cookie at the store, and I'm a little confused about what's in it because there is no soy, no dairy, no egg. It's vegan, kosher, no high fructose corn syrup, no cholesterol, no artificial sweeteners, no sugar alcohols, and sustainable palm oil. So I just don't know what's in it. Like water? I don't know. So for having no ingredients, the ingredients label has a lot of things on it, and it kind of tastes like a mixture of dirt and flour, and I don't know if I would buy it again. It was really cheap, so I went for it, you know. So my favorite protein bar would have to be it's called Snickers. It has 4 grams of protein, 250 calories, and costs about $1. And it tastes amazing. I don't know if a lot of people have heard of these before. They're kind of hard to find sometimes. But yeah, Snickers, try and find them in the grocery store near you. They're very delicious if you've never had one. Cockroach just slipped in to my backpack. Oh no!
Patient zero. What are you eating your soup with? What is that?
It's the shovel, just to shovel it in.
Well, bro.
5 a.m. river crossing. It was frigid. Frozen lake. From the top of Muir Pass, here's the Muir Summit Hut, named after John Muir. These are my friends. This is Patient Zero. This is Stuck on the Ground. She's stuck. And then here's the 6 miles of snow we're fixing to go through. It's going to be a great time. This is my boy Pieces.
What's up?
He's a section hiker, but we still like him.
So we crossed Evolution today, which is the creek, and we used the alternate crossing because the typical crossing that the PCT goes along, it's chest deep, a very strong current, and just like 100 feet down the river is like a ton of massive waterfalls. And so we decided it'd be best to avoid dying, literally. So we took the alternate route, and it was about mid-thigh, still a strong current, but it wasn't too bad. But out of the 7 people that died on the PCT last year, 4 of them died at that water crossing. So we decided it's better safe than sorry. So we took the alternate crossing. It was actually really pretty. It's a nice, quiet, peaceful morning in the Sierra. We're down in a valley below 9,000 feet, which is the lowest we've been in a while. It's very welcomed, honestly. It's nice to wake up and see first light, hear the birds and all the wildlife start to wake up. It's a really peaceful morning, and we haven't had one of those in a while. Our morning's been very hectic lately. This is my friend Peter. He's from South Africa, and he's supporting a really cool cause on the PCT.
Cool. It's 6 million steps, and basically it's just a foundation that supports children with cancer back home in South Africa, for underprivileged children with cancer in South Africa. Yeah, just walking the PCT met up with Annette and crushing miles to try and raise awareness for this. Yeah, the website is www.6millionsteps.co.za.
All right, awesome.
Thanks, Annette.
Yeah. I've had a lot of lows the past couple days. It started, I ate an apple fritter for breakfast and it made me sick, and I spent half the day feeling like I was like gonna puke. And then I went to cross a creek, saw all my friends just like walk on the logs. There's 3 options, and I'm not good at logs. I'm getting better. I'm still not good at them though. And I was like, well, okay. So I picked a log and I knew I couldn't walk across, so I started scooting. And I knew better than to do that because there's always another way, mostly always. And halfway through, I'm like, oh my gosh, I feel so sick. And I was like, thought I was gonna puke in the river. And then I look over and I see some rocks. I can just hop across. And then have to do a bunch more log crossings, but they're just like, it's over like a swampy meadow. And then I'm like completely scraped up from all of that. And then I take a break, I leave my poles, and then I break one of my poles, just the tip off of it, but it's still like, it's not a good time because that one's broken and my other one is also broken. The other one has a bend in it, and so I can't put full weight on the other one, but the one without the tip doesn't hold weight, so I need at least 1 new pole. What else happened? Oh, and then we did 2 passes in one day, and so you do one early in the morning, obviously, and then the other one, it's like you do it when you get there. So we were post-holing through the snow into creeks, just completely soaking wet. I mean, that wasn't too bad, but it was just like kind of sucked because now I have these like rub marks on my feet from my new socks that I got. Let's see, what else? There's a lot of lows. It was just like a lot of things that happened. I was just like, dang, and it just keeps happening. But it just reminds you that you can't control your circumstances necessarily. Some of them you can, some of them you can't. But you can control how you react to them. And I haven't really had a whole lot of lows on the trail anyway. So I'm actually kind of glad it happened because so far this has just been like, kind of, not like a cakewalk, but like kind of a cakewalk because it's just been a really good time. And then once you get to camp, you completely forget about how miserable you were during the day or like anything bad that happened. Oh, I did face plant yesterday. It was funny, I guess. No, it was like I was sliding around a rock and then my backpack caught it, and so I went to take a step, to like catch myself, but my foot caught a rock, and then I used my trekking pole, but my trekking pole is broken and it slipped, and so I just went straight down on my hands and knees, and then walked like 20 more minutes, and my friends were all sitting there by the lake, and I was like, y'all see that? They didn't. It would have been funny if they did though, because it was a really funny fall, I'm not gonna lie. It was actually my first fall of the trail. Not gonna lie, these Sierra miles are tough, and it's not like a sitting on a couch that's randomly on the side of the trail in the shade in the middle of the desert kind of tough. Like, oh, the PCT is just so hard. That's one of our favorite lines. It's like, Sierra miles have been tough. Early mornings, we've been sleeping above about 10,000 feet almost every night. Altitude, it doesn't really, you don't really feel it, but you can just tell you get winded a little more easily. And just post-holing through snow, and just the terrain is a lot tougher. And the water crossings, it's been tougher miles, it's been harder, but it's been good. It's extremely rewarding. I love this stuff so much. And we've seen tons of people here. It's like a bottleneck. Everyone's trying to go slow through here, well, except for me, because I'm incapable of doing that. But, ooh, just stepped over a log right there. I don't know where I was going with that. Yeah, it's just been super rewarding. It's just plain gorgeous. The most beautiful thing I've ever seen, and we're not even to the most beautiful place yet. And I just absolutely love this. The alpine lakes, you can go swimming. There's water everywhere. You hardly have to carry any water. You have to carry a lot of food, but whatever. I like food, so it's okay.
Look who it is. This is my aunt and uncle, and they have trail magic. What?
Decided my old trekking poles were too far gone and not worth repairing, so happy birthday to me. I'm the new proud owner of some Lecky Legacy ultralight trekking poles. Happy birthday, Annette, because Trash Queen, because this is all you're getting for yourself, okay?